Well, hello people, this is Frank, and I'm here to share my grandmother's biscuit recipe. Was relayed to me by my cousin Patty, an excellent chef, and we're going to get started. It's going to be real quick and simple. So, what ingredients we need? Basically, we need the Pioneer biscuit mix, the buttermilk type. That's a red box. And then we also need the buttermilk. Now, what you need specifically is cultured whole buttermilk. Okay? Doesn't really matter which brand as long as it's cultured whole buttermilk. Alright. And what we want to do is go ahead and get your oven preheated. We're going to go to 400 or 425, whichever you prefer. I do 400. Then we're going to take our cast iron skillet and we want to just pour some bacon grease or some sort of your preferred type of butter, oil, but I recommend the bacon grease. That's what grandmother used, and it's delicious. Okay, so preheat your oven to 400. Get your pan nice and hot with the bacon grease, and then we'll return in just a moment. Alright, we're going to continue while our pan is preheating, and I've made a couple of setups here. You can see I've already poured the biscuit mix into the bowl. Now, the box will tell you the recommended proportions. In other words, the box says 3 cups of biscuit to 1 cup of milk, and so we can render this to a half recipe, which I'm doing now. I'm using 1.5 cups biscuit, and I'm going to use about, I want to say, 1/4 cup of buttermilk, but it doesn't have to be exact, and I will explain what I mean by that. And many of you know my grandmother, she didn't actually measure things exact, and there's a reason for that with the biscuit mix, and we'll explain further. But go ahead and get your biscuit in the bowl, and go ahead and get your parchment or wax paper and put some more biscuit mix down, because this is going to be the step where you knead the dough. Okay, so once our pan is finished, we'll continue on and we'll show you that. Okay, now I'm continuing on, and I've mixed my batch here, and I want to show you the consistency of this dough. Some people would have it a little bit moister. It's to your preference. It doesn't much matter, because we're going to do the next step in a moment, which is to knead this dough and knead it out into little biscuits. And that's where you balance the mix, okay, between how firm and how soft it'll be. You might notice in this mix is small lumps, which is typical of dry biscuit, and most people do not want to move this dough enough where the lumps are all out. Keep your lumps in there because they're nice and crunchy when the biscuits are completed. So it makes a better biscuit. Don't overwork your dough. Okay, now we'll take a pause and we'll get right back to it.